Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays GeoGuessr. Without further ado, let's get started. Last run went pretty well. I'm excited to hopefully continue on what has been a relatively good streak. This is not a good start. We might not even be in a car right now. We might just be on like a bicycle. I think we're probably on a car. This could be almost anywhere in the world. I do recognize that sign. Meters, okay. So that means we're not in the United States. Service, which tells me we're probably in Europe. So all we need is a place in Europe that has trees. There should only be all of the places. It's very lush, it's very green. I don't have a hunch right now, to be honest with you. I don't know what language SERVIS means service is from. Could be multiple. I'm seeing red houses, and red houses, this is a bit reductive, but red houses in GeoGuessr often means Norway. Järvis Vasterby. Now, I'm thinking, because of the umlaut, I am thinking that this is probably Sweden. It's the way I typically go on GeoGuessr, is default to Norway, not because I have any particular preference for Norway over Sweden or vice versa, but because in my GeoGuessr experience, GeoGuessr tends to give you a little bit more Norway than it does Sweden. But Sweden's still pretty common. Did I get turned around? Oh, shit. Now I don't know. Was this where the sign was? It said Vasterby. Now the problem, well, there's a problem and a solution, okay? I don't think we've been down here. That might be like an interesting piece of information, or it might just be a mailbox. We're not going to be able to see it either way, apparently. That's actually just like a doghouse or a chicken coop or something. The problem with Norway and Sweden from a GeoGuessr context is that the countries are fairly narrow, but very tall. I think we're going back into the forest from whence we came. Järvis. Maybe not. Järvis. Wouldn't it be great if it was just Jarvis? So we were in, oh god, what have I clicked on? Like Saipan or something like that. It's not where I want to be. But we're in like Jarvis, Louisiana. And I'm just overthinking it. But anyway, the problem with the countries, not from a, real life context, but in a GeoGuessr context, they're narrow-ish but tall. What that ends up meaning is that if you pick a place in like southern Norway and it's in southern Sweden, you end up not being penalized that much. However, if you pick a place in southern Sweden and it's in northern Norway, you end up being pretty far away. So this is Trask. I think we've seen that before. Trask. I don't know. My hunch is actually to go back to Norway a little bit. I really would love to see, like, let's just leave it here for now. But I really would love to see, like, a flag. Where are we going? I swear sometimes you slightly misclick and all of a sudden you have no idea where you are, which is why you should probably just use the arrow keys to move ahead instead of using the mouse. See, now I think we're heading back into the village. Oh, there was... Head back. Head back. That's not a flag. That is a windsock. That is very unfortunate for me. I think it's yeah, it's a windsock, right? Or like the world's longest German flag. Well, at least this is new, right? Or are we just seeing it again? Where did that car come from? Every time we visit this village, we see something new. What kind of car is it? If it's a Volvo, I'm sold on Sweden. It's like a freaking Dodge or something like that. Like a Plymouth. What does this say? For a second, I thought it said Taliban. She's alright. She's just trying to get into the boss rush room. Never fear. We're going to have a nice little quaint, quiet time here, viewers. Talbaka. Does that mean milk or something? There's a bunch of, like, those are milk jugs, I think. I don't know. Let's go back into the village from whence we might have come like 7 times here. And I'm just going to use the arrow keys because I clearly cannot be trusted to use anything else. They drive bicycles here. Just in case you were curious. That sign is Norwegian or Swedish. Like, I've seen that speed limit sign so many times before. The question is, like, where do we guess? Nasby, Abo, or Turco? My guess is that wherever we are, we're in the north. Because if we were in the south, I would expect the places to be slightly closer together. But if we were in the north, where it's a little bit more sparsely populated, I think we might even have to zoom in a little bit further. Okay, so let's look for Nasby, Abo, or Turco. And then we know we're going to be within 100 kilometers or so. Might even have to get close. Narvik. No, it's Nasby. I know I'm probably pronouncing this terribly, by the way. Okay, now we're going to go down to Sweden. Sweden, could you be like slightly less wide? Alright, I'll tell you what. I'm going to split the difference and make kind of a scum play. I'm going to pick a place in, like, the middle of Sweden. This could also be, like, Denmark or something. I don't know. Abo, Turco. I'm going to pick a place, like, here. So that even if we're wrong, we're in a pretty close region. Ah, wow. I would not have even looked there. It was in Gotland? No. Where is Gotland? Anyway, Gotland's, like, down there. Okay. I would not have guessed that, but honestly, I'm relatively pleased with that. I'm glad I didn't take, like, Western Norway, at least. Is that in Finland? I guess it technically is in... Oh, no, it's in Sweden. Would never have guessed. Looks nice, though. All right. If you did better than me at that, well, congratulations. You deserve the points. Immediately, thinking that this is the United States or Canada. Looks a little bit Pacific Northwesty. If I'm guessing that we're on the right side of the road, we should drive ahead this way, and I'll use my... arrow keys to get this accomplished so that we can actually see the signs on the right side of the road. Not too disappointed with that first one. You know, I wish we could have gotten a little closer, but I would never have thought to look at those islands. Until next time, where now I will try to remember to look at the islands. Now, eventually, we will get a road sign here. Or we'll find some kind of roadkill. I'm going to guess this is probably not a very geologically noteworthy lake. If we were to look on the map, we'd probably have to zoom in pretty deep to find it. If we find some local fauna, that would help. Oh, I see a house. All right, you can get a lot of information. You can glean a lot of information from a single house. You know, read the name on the mailbox. That can tell you something. See what cars are in the driveway. That might not even be a house. That could be like a church or something there. That can help us out a lot as well. There's a lot of signs here. This is going to be dense information. Okay. To Glenelg. Admittedly, I have no idea. Glenelg Church Road seems very descriptive. Aspen. So we're in Colorado. This is where they went in Dumb and Dumber, the movie. But I thought Aspen was like more mountainous than this. Maybe we're just on the city limits. Well, let's get real close. Aspen is in Colorado, I think. Aspen. Now I'm starting to second guess myself. For my whole life, I've thought that Aspen was in Colorado. But now I'm starting to... I want to go to Google, and I'm like, really? Like, is this not where Aspen is? Because this doesn't look like Aspen I expected it to look. But let's go into the city a little bit more. I can at least get some confirmation, maybe. See some plates. They usually blur out the license plates. Sometimes you can sneak a good one in. There's also the possibility there could be like a second Aspen. 1 kilometer? We're in Canada? Well, if we're in Canada, then in a way, we're kind of fucked, because that is I mean, I live in Canada, but it's a very big country, and I've never heard of Aspen. And everywhere I've lived in Canada... Is that dude riding a fucking penny farthing bicycle? I gotta find some more signs. I gotta find a sign that says, like, you know, Toronto, 500 kilometers. Antigonish. Okay, so we're in Nova Scotia. There you go. We're in Aspen, Nova Scotia. Antigonish, Sherbrooke, Halifax. All right. So I was right. That is not what Colorado, Aspen, Colorado looks like. The 7 highway goes into Halifax. Where is Antigonish? It's over there. So Antigonish is that way. Are we in fucking Truro again? Sherbrooke. Sherbrooke? Isn't Sherbrooke in Quebec? Please don't tell me we're in... Why does it put me in Truro all the time? Because I got robbed in Truro that one time. They never want me to forget about it. What's the 7 highway? That's the 2. Let me think about this. West goes to Halifax. Yes. So it's got to be like here. Zoom in a little bit. 7. Oh, we're in Sheet Harbor? Where does Sheet Harbor differ? This one goes to Antigonish. Where in Christ? Oh, Sherbrooke. So we're like here. Aspen. Oh, snap. We got to be like here. This is like where we started. Oh my god. Only 6.2 kilometers away on that one. That's pretty good. Now, that one is going to put you a little behind the 8 ball if you don't know where Antigonish is. But if you saw Halifax, you know, I think it's reasonable to assume you could know that was in Nova Scotia, Canada. Maybe. Then again, I'm the guy who's like, oh, Northernlion, you didn't know that Graf was in Austria? You know? You should stop telling people how to live their lives. Beauty retreat. Century Blinds beauty retreat. What? Those words don't seem to go together. This is the Garden World Farm Food Shop. Northern View Caravans. It's a Honda. You normally don't see these vehicles in North America. You do see them occasionally, and when you see them, they're usually involved in hauling shit to garden shows. But I'm not sold on this being in the US, or Canada for that matter. And especially looking at this, this looks more British. Yeah, the yellow license plates really give it away. Feel like we've got to be in the UK. So I'm going to try to take a trip down here, read some of these signs. This is like Holly Corp Road. Let's see if maybe we can catch it on the flip side here. Nope. Give way. That's a great sign. We just say yield here. Farm food shop. Well, there's a blue sign up here. Blue signs tend to have a lot of information on them. Lunch is served daily, tea and coffee. Tea came before coffee, so my idea that this is in England seems to continue to hold true. I mean, I'm feeling like that's pretty obvious right now. There's no entry through the blue gate here. Let's continue down this path. Hopefully, we'll find some kind of city center or something. That's a very nice gazebo. See, like, some people out just enjoying their day. I need to really get an indicator of where we are. City-wise. Country-wise, I think we got it. You know, I tend to... that's how I play GeoGuessr. KDM higher. That could stand for, you know, where we are, or it could mean nothing. Could be like Kent, Derby, Manchester. Or it could just mean, you know, kill, death, murder, or something like that. I don't know. I like to start with the country, and then you try to narrow it down to a city. And if you can narrow it down to a city, sometimes you can even narrow it down to a street. But as for right now, we're stuck on we're not even in the right country. We might be in the right kingdom. Killico House, Bed and Breakfast, Historic Building. I'm still thinking that this is England, but it could be Ireland or Scotland, right? Or even Wales? I need to see more signs. You actually can, in theory, typically make a pretty good distinction on where you are based on the language on the signs. I mean, the language will be English, but, you know, there are certain peculiarities to, you know, Welsh city names and Irish city names and Scottish city names and English city names. Like British or England. You know what I mean. Okay, stop. I refuse. That's gotta be a city name. It says something Women's Institute. And of course it gets obscured. Let's turn this one around. Avondale Killicolp House. So I'm assuming that we're in Avondale. I have no idea where Avondale is. Desert Crayet. Sorry, pardon me? Okay. Avondale. I mean, that sounds British to me, or English to me. I feel a lot of pressure because I know we have a lot of viewers from the United Kingdom, and I would like to do them proud. There's Avon, or Avon. I'm so sorry about my pronunciation. We don't say it that much. Is Avon near Avondale? Is Dale like the shores of or something? Or does it mean the same thing as, like, you know, beach? I don't know. Let's take another small look. You know, it doesn't seem like a big city. So I'm thinking that this could be it. Was there like there was a truck over there or something? I was hoping to be able to read it, but then we got sucked out here. It says like Bob Wyndham or something. I can't. Damn near killed him. Alright, if there's nothing over this hill, I think we're going to be... Oh, there's actually kind of like an intersection here. I'm excited about this. Intersections typically mean, at the very least, cars, but possibly also signs. So I'm going to go this way, because there's a sign directly behind. The city is actually called Desert Crayet. I have no idea how to say that. Come on. I mean, it seems like a small enough town that I'm never going to find it if this is the way that I explore. Oh my god, we're going so slowly. Like, we're, this is going to be a long video. Was that it? I thought I saw like a D over here now. I thought I saw a D over here. There's another sign. This is going to be the last one I'm going to look for. Cement factory. Well, that doesn't really tell me too much at all, does it? Derry Lauren Ballyrea Industrial Estates. Come on. Get your head out of your ass, England. Start taking an approach from Canada and America and just start calling every town direction plus name. This is East Hillington. Oh, there's a hill? We're on the east? I have a feeling we're in East Hillington. What is this Desecrea stuff? I'm not even pronouncing it. It makes me feel like an... What are you doing there, bucket man? Well, just heard that the Google truck would be in here, so I decided to paint my neighborhood behind me so you won't know that I've murdered everybody there. I'm onto your ruse. Please. Oh, those aren't signs. Those are guardrails. I want to see a sign that says this way to somewhat larger civilization. The Piper's Cave. Am I in, like, fucking Mordor or something? Or Middle Earth? Star plan bedrooms. Could you not call your place just like, you know, Middlesbrough bedrooms so I could know? Don't give me this shit again. What is this? A sign for ants? Tullyhagen. You know what? This is a very silly place. I don't support it. Ore sales? Oh, it's car sales. Okay, now I feel dumb. Kelso car sales. Alright, we gotta look at these signs, then we gotta make a guess. Otherwise, we're never gonna finish. This way to get to Sandholes Rock. Lovely. I'm gonna turn around to see that other sign. Oh, what about this one? Donaghy. Where are you from? Coxton? I'm so done with this area. You lost me, okay? You blew it. Let's go see what this sign says. Should be the same thing, yeah. Sandholes Rock, huh? I'm gonna put us right here. Oh, it was in Northern Ireland. Wow. Well, I was way off. Yep. There it is right there. There's Tullyhogue. There's Cookstown. All the hottest hits. Have you seen Desecrate? It's around. Oh, there it is. Desert Crate. Hello. There's the Avondale Bed and Breakfast. How did I miss it? We got a decent number of points. I'm relatively happy. Scavellini has me thinking that we're in Italy right now. But that's French. So now I'm thinking that we're in France. You know, there's a lot of coastline, or not coastline, but a lot of places that border. Otay. Well, we gotta be in a French city. France and Italy share a long border, or it could just be an Italian restaurant in France. Where should we go? Honestly, just being able to look at the signs can tell you a lot. France shares a lot of borders with a lot of other European countries, which could really help us narrow it down if we go into the city here a little bit. Chez Maria. Chicken Spot. I hear they have great hamburgers. Tavien Restaurant. There's an ad with a dog. He's got very big ears. Easy at Phone, Easy Net Cafe. A city that maybe gets some tourists who speak English. That could be almost anywhere. We could be in Paris. Western Union. Let's just take a look. You know, I'm looking for a place that is like Le Boulangerie du Paris or something. Or du Paris, sorry. Gold. Okay, gold's good. I know we're going backwards here. What about this building? This building seems like a hotbed of potential information for me. Le Namur. Namur isn't that like a Breton area? Namur. We deal with this shit in Crusader Kings and EU4 all the freaking time. Namur. Now it's coming back to bite me in the ass that I never remember it. I thought Namur was in I might be thinking of Nantes, but let's take a little bit more of a look here. What the heck is that flag? Well, there's a Starbucks there. Are we possibly in Belgium instead? Namur. Somewhere, I thought it was in like the north of France or the Frenchish region. Namur. This one hurts because I should know. Namur. There's more flags. Let's take a quick look, just a little further. I want to see if I can get a look at these flags. They might just be like store flags, but they might be more than that. Stella Artois, Duvel, La Taverne, Namurois. Sorry, I know, I'm bad. So, Stella Artois, Belgian. Duvel, I think is Belgian. Where are you, Namur? Where are you, Namur? Why can't I find you? Are you in France or elsewhere? Now we're going in the right direction. Oh, here we go. This sign might help by giving me other city names. Charleroi, Brussels, and Louvain. Okay. So if we go on the right, we go to Brussels, which is here. And if we go on the left, we go to Charleroi, which is somewhere. Which road do we take to Brussels? Which road do we take to Brussels? Oh, shit. What about this? Okay. Brussels Cathedral. The cathedral's this way. I feel like we're in Western Belgium. Port Verts. Okay, let's keep going this way. This is where you go. Other directions. Yeah, we're going in another direction here. These ports, like, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit more, apparently. Could that be, like, Belgium? Does Belgium sort of look like that? Not really. Not really at all. There's a river. Goes like that. I apologize to my European viewers for this, by the way. I wish that I were better at this part, but I'm not. Namur. At least I knew roughly where it was, although I would have known based on the fact that we saw a sign for Brussels right after. Oh, we're back where we started. Let's look at the buses. I mean, I don't think we can get too much closer. We have learned a valuable piece of information, and that is that we are not in Brussels. If you wanted to get to Brussels, this is how you would get there. So I'm going to suggest Charleroi is probably... I'm going to say that we're near Ghent. Biggish city. You can get to Brussels. If you go, I thought it was, if you go west. But it can't be too far west because we'd be in that area. Alright, I'm going to say Ghent. It might not even be the right country. It could be France. No, it was Belgium. We were just on the wrong side. And there's Namur right there. I should have been able to see that. Oh well. Pretty good. I think we're doing okay here. We got one more left. This has been a long one. But we have 17,000 points, so this has a real possibility to be the best we've ever done. Canada's family clothing store. This is Canada right here. Dude on a motorcycle doing a burnout in front of a vacant store. You know, I get shit for saying this all the time, but this looks like the Pacific Northwest. But it could be anywhere. But if I had to guess, my guess right now would be Pacific Northwest. Looks like maybe BC. Model train display. Let me see that shit. What is this? Blue heron. Okay. They have blue heron here. I see trucks. Well, if I know we're in Canada, like these forests and mountains is pretty much BC. The whole town is shutting down, apparently, though. It's a shame. It's a nice-looking place. I'm open to the idea that it's not BC, but it feels like it's BC, man. British Columbia. In case you are not sure what that means. All right. Then we take a look back here. This is the Creston Museum. Creston. Well, let's go back into civilization. There's Motorcycle Man. He's going to follow the Google truck. That's his idea of a good time. All right, let's take a look at these signs here, if we can read them. Looks like we're in a town called Creston Valley. We could be in Alberta, admittedly. Like, there's the Rockies sort of around this region. Creston Valley. Just taking a quick look in this region. Creston. As getting close to Vancouver here. Doesn't look that Vancouver-ish. Whistler. Pemberton. I mean, you can see it's very mountainous up here. We could easily be off by a lot. Well, assuming that there's a railroad museum, my assumption is that it's kind of near the coast. You know, because that was the first Prime Minister of Canada, Sir John A. Macdonald. One of the things that he wanted to accomplish was a railroad from sea to sea. And, you know, this is the sea right here. This is the Pacific Ocean. Where's the railroad? This is, like, way too zoomed in. There's Blaine. Too bad it wasn't Blaine. This is Blue Heron. All right, we're gonna have to figure out where the heck we are. It might not even be British Columbia or Alberta. BC Liquor Store. It's British Columbia. All right. So it's Creston, BC, somewhere. Where does BC start? Right, like here. Creston. Oh shit, Creston. And I'm going to assume 1000 Northwest Drive. Crow's Nest Highway. Where's Northwest Drive? 12th Avenue North? I'm turning my head sideways. I hope you can still hear me here. Not because my head is sideways, but because it's a little bit further away from the microphone. Creston Valley Hospital. Real Food. Oh, Northwest Boulevard. That's what it was. It wasn't Drive. It was Boulevard. Okay. Then 1000. It only becomes Northwest Boulevard temporarily. Do we see St. Stephen's Presbyterian Church? We do see a restaurant. Is it Real Food Restaurant? Video Express. Man, this place is in the Stone Age. Could you tell me if there's a Canada Foods or Canada's clothing store here? What about this one? Motel and restaurant. The Hacienda. Yeah, totally. Kootenay Thai restaurant. Tony's Lounge is open. Newly renovated rooms. Okay, the more we zoom in, like... Is this like Northwest Boulevard is seriously only this long? We should just choose then. We were 775 meters. There's Kootenai Thai right there. Oh well. That's okay. We got 22,000 points. That's very good. If I hadn't fucked up the Swedish one and I hadn't fucked up the United Kingdom one, that would have been great. But still, 22,000, I'm relatively pleased. I'm going to put that seed in the video description, and hopefully you've been playing along. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.